In this video, we are going to be looking at 5 different types of sneakers to see which one women find most attractive on a man. So let's jump into number 1, which is Air Jordans. What's going on, everybody? With me today is my girlfriend Nicole.
Hello.
And today, like I said, we are going to be looking at 5 different categories of sneakers: Air Jordans, running shoes, dad shoes, casual shoes, and some Nike sportswear stuff as well, to see which one girls find most attractive. So Nicole today is going to be speaking on behalf of women across the world today. You have big shoes to fill, but ultimately we have my computer here set with some outfits to look at some reference points to see what some of these shoes look like in an outfit. So let's start off with number 1, which is the Air Jordan. Nicole, if anything, what do you like about this style of shoe?
Okay, well, I like the colors of these first and foremost. The style is nice. I don't know, I like how it has the lining of the red here, specifically these.
Yeah.
And I like the red and black,
nice.
Those ones there. Blue's good too.
Just not as good as the 3?
Yeah.
Now, what do you dislike about the shoe?
To be honest, I don't like how tall it is, but that's just me. I don't like the style, so I can't speak to every girl out there, but personally, that is probably what I dislike the most. Everything else is pretty nice.
Yeah, overall?
Overall.
So if you had to score this from 1 out of 10, which score would you give it?
I'd say like an 8.
8? That's a good score.
Yeah.
And that's interesting because this is probably one of the more popular Air Jordans, so it's good that, a lot of men and, women as well revere the sneaker as being one of the best. So it's interesting to know as well that someone who's more of a casual consumer of sneaker culture, I would say that you do think that it is pretty well. So if you saw a guy walking down the street, he's got a little outfit going, he's wearing some cargo pants, a black shirt, and he's wearing some Air Jordans. What do you think? It looks pretty good?
I'd rate it, yeah.
Okay,
I think
cool.
It's pretty good.
Awesome. So let's move on to category number 2, which are dad sneakers. So moving on to category number 2, which are dad sneakers. Nicole, what do you like about this shoe, if anything?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a dad shoe fan at all. So I don't really think that there's anything that I like. I mean, I could go and say that the color's not too bad.
Yeah, it's pretty mute, right? It's pretty monochrome.
Yeah. So I'd maybe say the color, but I pretty much hate the whole shoe.
Yeah.
No offense.
No worries at all. So do you think if it were a different color, do you think if there was more Air Jordan 1 inspired colors on this, do you think it would help change your opinion at all?
Yeah, potentially. I don't know. It's just something about this chunky heel that really gets me. It just looks really weird to me.
Yeah. Now, you and I in the past, we've gone to Kanye West concerts and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is a Yeezy sneaker after all. Does that at all change your opinion of it?
I mean, a little bit, but I still don't like the look of it. It's just, I don't know. It's not, it doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah. And so we've gone over some of the stuff that you maybe have liked, with the color, for example, dislikes you've brought before, but what do you think about, the size and the bulkiness of the shoe? Because that's kind of really what makes a dad shoe is kind of the size and the bulk of it.
Yeah, I think that's what I don't like.
Yeah, no worries.
I feel like for me, a sleeker shoe is better and nicer. So the clunk is just not doing it for me.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. So if you had to give it a rating from 1 out of 10, what would you give this color? If you considered other colorways as well, we have this outfit that we can reference as well. What would you give this sneaker 1 out of 10?
Okay, well, the outfit looks good.
Well, obviously I made it.
So biased, but looking at the shoe itself, not
objectively,
on a person,
design,
not on you. I would say I'd give this probably a 3.
A 3,
out of 10.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No worries at all. So you heard it here first. 3 out of 10 on the dad shoe. Not really going with that. So let's move on to the next category, which is running sneakers. Alrighty, so now we are moving on to running sneakers. Nicole, you are an athlete. For those that don't know, you've played soccer your whole life, so I can imagine you have more of a connection towards, athletic footwear. Ultimately though, what do you think? I have a Nike example, I have an Adidas example. What do you think about sort of sleeker, narrower running style sneakers?
This is much more my style, so this is definitely going to get a higher rating. And I know I gave the Jordans a pretty high rating too, but I think, I don't know, this is just what I'm used to. This is much more my style, so I much prefer this running shoe. Both Nike and Adidas are good. To be honest, I'm more of an Adidas person.
Interesting. That seems like it's almost as if it's an unpopular opinion these days.
Yeah.
Just because Nike is like such a big company, but ultimately, I mean, I have lots of pairs of Adidas, so I love Adidas as well. So, what do you like about running sneakers in general?
Well, I like that they're not clunky, and I like that they're just very sleek. They're comfortable. They're super flexible, easy to walk in.
Yeah, definitely.
You can pretty much pair them with anything. I think, I don't know, like you can make it a very like athletic look, but you could also dress them up a little bit if you needed to.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know, I just think that the overall look of it is just really nice.
Yeah, and you know what, I think over the past, maybe 6 or 7 years, athletic sneakers like you see here, when the Ultra Boost first came out, it was a big wave of like, wearing running style sneakers casually, so I totally relate with the fact that, you can sort of dress them up and dress them down. So is there anything that you dislike about these two shoes here, or just athletic sneakers in general? We kind of talked about how they are pretty versatile, but maybe an athletic sneaker isn't the best shoe for all occasions.
Yeah.
So is there any dislikes that you have about, running shoes?
I think my only dislike would be the color. It depends on the color for me. I'm much more of like a neutral tone type person.
Yeah.
So like this is something that I would definitely wear, or something in this kind of color. That is not too bad either. I mean, the red is bright and kind of in your face, but I like it. It's done well. I've seen some running shoes that are super bright. I don't know how I feel about that, but that's probably the only thing that I would have a criticism on is the color. It just that's like a preference thing though. So like I'm more of a neutral tone type person. Like black is my wardrobe. So despite the white that I'm wearing today, but I'd say. Yeah.
So what would you give this the Ultra Boost score out of a 10?
Out of a 10, I would give it a 9.5.
9.5. You heard it here, guys. 9.5 on the Ultra Boost. Very popular opinion there. Is regarded as one of the best shoes, definitely of the past 10 or so years. So let's move on to the next shoe, which are more casual, dressier type sneakers. So for the next category, I picked 2 pairs of sneakers that I find you can wear for more formal occasions. We have the Ralph Sampson low top right here and the New Balance 997. I know this is sort of a funky color, but ultimately, what do you like about shoes that you can wear on more formal occasions?
I don't know. I think that shoes that you can wear in more formal occasions are good because running shoes are very comfy, so you want to stay comfy. Like, at least for me, I want to stay comfy all the time. So shoes that kind
Cozy boys all day. You guys know I've been saying it.
Yeah, so if I can find a shoe that is super comfy and still get to use to like dress up a little bit, then that's kind of what I want. That's the ideal world.
Yeah, I have it in my beater closet, but another example would be sort of like the Adidas Stan Smith. Like it's a shoe that you can kind of wear in every type of occasion.
Yeah.
So specifically with the shoes that you see here, we talked about what you like about it, how you can wear it to work and more versatile occasions like that. But what would you say that you dislike about the 2 shoes that you're seeing here, the Ralph Sampson and the New Balance 997?
Not much that I don't like. They're both sleek, very minimalistic too. Color is hit or miss for me, but this is not actually bad for me. I kind of like it. It's soft. It's not like too in your face, which I like.
Yeah. And I find personally that like sometimes there's shoes that I appreciate and I like, and maybe they're not my style and I may not wear them. But there are definitely shoes out there that I appreciate for what they are, but I personally wouldn't wear them.
Yeah.
But in terms of dislikes, there's nothing jumps out you too much.
Nothing is jumping out.
The brand Puma, that doesn't make a difference to you. A shoe is a shoe. If you like it, you like it.
I don't think I've ever like purchased a Puma shoe.
Yeah.
But I have nothing against them. I like the shoe, and this shoe actually matches what I'm wearing today. So
yeah, that's true.
That's
true.
I don't hate it. I don't know. I don't really look at the name brand. If I like the shoe, I like the shoe regardless of what it is. It just so happens that I tend to go towards the Adidas side more.
Those are the soccer roots.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. My soccer cleats haven't changed in the last like 20 years.
There you go. So what score would you give both of these shoes out of 10?
Both combined, I would give them an 8.
Both an 8?
8.5. We'll
nice.
go 8.5.
That's pretty good. That's a great score.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the next category, which are sort of Nike sportswear casual shoes. Alrighty, so for the last category, I grabbed a couple Nike sportswear sneakers that I pulled aside, and I gave this its own category because I really feel in 2020, these types of casual, everyday wear, sportswear type shoes are really, really popular. My most watched video on YouTube is a how to style video of the Nike Blazer. You know, one of the other ones is, you know, wearing Air Force Ones with a bunch of different types of pants. So Nicole, we have two pretty nice Nikes in front of you. Which one, like, what do you like about sort of these casual wear type sneakers?
Well, again, they're not super clunky, so I do like that, again. These ones are really nice. I can see why this is probably what you said, your most watched video. Yeah, I think there's a reason for that. The shoe is really nice.
Easy to wear.
Yeah, easy to wear. Again, not super big fan of how, like, tall it is, or the high top. But I get it, that's the style, so like I get it. But I do really like that it's very sleek looking, very simple too. I like the colors, can't go really wrong with white.
Yeah, and I find that like the more simple a shoe is, the more I wear it, and sort of the more I become, the more that I appreciate it. So we talked about, so what would you say that you dislike about the shoes?
Dislike, probably just the fact that it's a high top, and but I know that that's kind of why it's the shoe. I don't know. Not much else that I don't like. Yeah, I think these are really nice. If I saw someone wearing these shoes on the street, I'd be like, oh, nice shoes.
Amazing. So what would you give these shoes out of 10? Let's start off with this one here. What would you give it a score out of 10?
These ones, I'd give 8.
Yeah?
Give them an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So Nike sportswear, as we mentioned, one of the most popular, you know, sneakers that you can get. Air Force Ones are huge. Blazers are huge. So 8 out of 10 is a pretty great score. So let's jump into all of the sneakers on the table that we discussed to see which one takes the crown for this particular video here. All right, so it is conclusion time. We have all of the shoes that we discussed, all of the 5 categories. You know what? You're speaking on behalf of all women here. So for everything that's on
That's a lot of pressure.
It is.
I'm sorry.
But I didn't have time to survey many other women. So either way, which shoe do you find most attractive on a man on this table right here?
Oh my God.
I know a lot of things come into place, outfit and stuff like that, but either way, if you had to envision yourself, you know, seeing another guy, whatever, which shoe would you pick?
Okay. Thinking about it on a guy and not, you know, on me or anything like that. That's tough. Okay, in terms of like color and design and just the overall look on a guy, I would probably go with this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's it. That's very yeah.
Is that what you thought?
No, I thought you were gonna go with the Ultra Boost right here.
Oh.
Just because you had rated it the highest.
I know. But the thing is, I was thinking more so like my own preference, and on a guy, I mean, all shoes look good, but on a guy, maybe I'm biased because I'm thinking of you, but I think this shoe you
have good taste, because I would probably go with the same.
Yeah.
You know, if I had to choose any on these table, the Blazers would probably be my second choice. But gentlemen, thanks so much for watching. You heard it here first. If you want to impress a special lady at your school or at your job or wherever you are, consider the Air Jordan 1 here, specifically with the Bloodline colorway, because Nicole loved it so much, especially with the red piping and everything. Appreciate you guys watching, and if you want to see some other types of my videos that are more, more lifestyle, I would say, then why don't we click this video right over here, and we'll meet you guys there. Thanks so much, guys. Peace.